Hello, Serge here, coming to you direct from the back porch. I recently did a daily video about how we start the takeaway, and where some people believe that, and teachers teach that you should always start it with some type of a forward press, where I said players either forward press the knee or press the hands or both of them. And the ultimate conclusion of that is I don't believe in a forward press, because why would I want to start something in that direction that I really want to go that way? And I believe in starting from basically a dead stop. I get to a dead stop, and I stop by turning the right hip and the right shoulder to set the club in motion, with the feeling that the toe moves first to go in, he catches mid-toe up and up the tree. All right, so that means that the takeaway is a very integral part of the swing, and it's so integral that naturally, if we start the swing improperly or poorly, it has increases the odds that it's going to be very difficult to make the rest of the swing catch back up and become a good swing and hit good shots. So I think the setup determines the motion is critical, that we have to start with a good setup, and then naturally I think the next most important factor is that we have to start with a good takeaway. And as I said, we believe that we start the toe first and we go into the catches mid toe up and up the tree. Now, why do we really do that? Well, that's because we know that in the golf swing, the second secret that I have to setting up the facts as to why I teach what I teach and why we do what we're supposed to do is that the only place we can swing our arms is in front of the body. And they cross twice at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, and as we know, 6 o'clock is impact. But that is not the actual second secret. That is the effect of the second secret. The true second secret is the palms must remain perpendicular to the ground throughout the swing. So as we swing in front of our body, which is basically over our toe line, the hands, as you can see, are perpendicular to the ground throughout the swing. And perpendicular, where I've talked about using the take an oath test, or both hands up and the hands are in front of the body, which again has us over the toe line, and the palms are perpendicular to the ground. So that's what leads us to, with the golf club, that we take the club away with the toe leading into the catches mid toe up. We are controlling the amount of rotation of our arms. We can rotate actually past a little bit 180 degrees each way, but if I rotate this much and came through an impact and went that much, that ball's going to pull hook and go left to left to left, for me being a right-handed golfer. And conversely, if I wanted to stop that and I came back this wide open, I held it like this, and the face came through open, the ball will start going to the right. So we have to control the amount of rotations where we will get the club squared up at impact every time, and we do that through the palms perpendicular to the ground throughout the swing. So as we go in and mid toe up and up the tree, as you can see, the club is perpendicular to the ground, and as I hit it and I come through the ball, I get the club back to toe up, face up, palms perpendicular to the ground, all the way up. I recoil and relax, my palms stay perpendicular to the ground. Well, a drill that I use for teaching that is very effective is what I call the palms perpendicular test. You can use a book or a magazine and just hold it in your hands in the catcher's mitt and up the tree. As you can see, it's perpendicular. So I go in the catcher's mitt and up the tree, and I go back to impact, and then go straight through and up. When I'm on the lesson tee, since I don't have magazines with me, I use my lesson pad here, and I just hold it like this, and we go in the catcher's mitt and up the tree, back to impact, in the catcher's mitt and up the tree. Doing it face on, you can see it's perpendicular behind and perpendicular up, and I recoil and relax back here. Again, it's very critical to learn this, because it guarantees us just the right amount of rotation, and when we have the correct amount of rotation in the catcher's mitt and up the tree here, boom, back to impact. Another way of doing it is if you put your hands here, and sometimes I call this the impact slap test. You grip the club, palms perpendicular to the ground, that's the 3P grip, palms perpendicular to the ground, perpendicular to your torso, and if you line up dead parallel left and square, your palms will be perpendicular to the aiming line. And if your club face is all that very square right here, your club face will be in the same relationship, so that I always like to think that as a right-hander, my right hand and the club face are always perfectly aligned, so that whatever the club face does, it's a result of what the hand does. So the hand controls the club face. The slap test, just kick it back and slap impact. You notice your hand just lift up and let it drop. It always comes back and slaps that perpendicular. So that's why the perpendicular test, magazine, book, or whatever else you want, in the mitt and up the tree, and in the mitt up the tree will teach you the exact amount of rotation that we need. So that's how we control impact, where we just take it in the mitt and up the tree, palm staying perpendicular to the ground all the time, because it will always return back to perpendicular directly in front of your body. That's how you control making good swings and hitting the ball solid and straight, because we're controlling the rotations to get a square impact of the club face on the ball at impact. So that is the one thing that guarantees us those straighter shots to start hit better shots, so we can start shooting those lower scores. Well, that's it for the Surge today, and I'll be talking to you all again soon.